Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel after a very long break. For those of you who have yet to meet me, I'm Hendrika, your guide to Once Upon an Orchid. I have taken pretty much a 3-month break since late June. I want to thank everyone for subscribing, and we reached about 220 something subscribers so far. I promised you that when I hit 200 subscribers, I'll be releasing the force feeding video, which I will. I've got a lot of content, I've got a lot of things to share, like orchid shows and even the Orchid Expo at Caloundra, which I judged there as well. I actually captured a lot of video, but I struggled for a long time to record and post, edit. Let's just begin to where it started, the downhill decline. Actually, when Capcut released that, whole change of use of the program, and a lot of creators were talking about it, like, it's going to steal your content and stuff like that. I was greatly affected. I'm not going to lie. Number one, my computer back then when I was using Capcut was sufficient. When the Capcut change of use came, I was like, all other programs wasn't as good, and it really lagged my use of any other video editing program. So what happened was I went to send the desktop for an upgrade, and that was somewhere end of June. I told the computer person, like, can you finish the project before the financial year, which was June 31st? He said he'll try. I didn't get back my computer till then, and I was focusing on other pursuits with my business and landscaping. So I posted that up. And also, if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Capcut fiasco, I'll put some of the links in the comments below. So that led to struggling to find another program. I've tried DaVinci, I've tried another open source one, I can't remember now what it was. But then now I use this program called VlogProc. Link to that below. I was actually looking on Google how or what are the alternatives to Capcut. I also contemplated going back to Wondershare. Okay, let me have a look what it's called. Wondershare, Filmora. That's right. I was contemplating on going back to Filmora and paying for it. Before I discovered Capcut, I was using Filmora. It seemed pretty good. And then Capcut came out. When TikTok came out, it was like, wow, such a useful program. So I was really bouncing around programs until I found VlogProc. Link to that program below. It's a freeware, or is it open source? But it's free, which is amazing. Thank you, VlogProc, for making this program free. They actually wrote an article on the comparisons or like Filmora and Capcut and stuff like that, and they recommended theirs. So amazing. So I finally found that, and now I'm editing my videos through that. July is actually the June-July period to August is winter season, so nothing really happened. Yeah, I was still judging, going to events, orchid shows to capture some videos and stuff like that. So it's all going to come out. It's just I have a huge backlog that I'm struggling to push it out. It's because I'm struggling to share and be vulnerable about burnout. I burnt out. I was judging a lot. There was a lot of orchid events. Judging schedule was pretty heavy, involved in 2 judging panels actively. One is the North Moreton Orchid Council, and then the Southern area for the Australian Orchid Council. I like both. I like to judge both. They've helped me a lot in my ability to judge orchids and the understanding of what makes a quality orchid and stuff like that. And all the seniors who have lots and lots of experience, they were very kind to keep, guiding me and stuff like that. So winter passed, I was still doing a lot of landscape work and tree pruning and trying to just make ends meet because I was living alone here, didn't have a housemate to share the cost. So my mind was really busy trying to piece things together, trying to figure out about, how I'm going to start the orchid event space as well, like piece it together. So it was a lot in my head. Plus the physical work of doing landscape. So those of you who are unfamiliar, I do landscape work. I have a landscape business. That's the paid job so that I can put a roof over my head and all the other expenses. So I'm very thankful for that. I also have a YouTube channel that gives me a little bit of money. It's called Plant Visions. And I'll be talking about the burnout from landscaping as well. So it's all just piled together. So it was the orchid, the landscape work, because landscape is very physical. I was doing a lot of tree pruning, hedge reduction. And I want to do it fast because I felt like, oh, I got so much things to do. I have so many tasks I want to do. That led to my body being very tense. I didn't give myself enough rest. I just slept, woke up. Oh, another thing also, I also have another channel for my sport of competitive eating. I'm known as Punk Gardener for the sport of eating and Instagram and TikTok. So I love that too. So I was trying to do all that, but I knew that during the winter months, nothing really happened with the orchid stuff. I had content, but I didn't want to film. Until the Orchid Expo, my darling came to support me. We had a great time, 10 days. So before the Orchid Expo, I was also very busy, like a few weeks to work my very best to get as much money so that I, could enjoy myself when she was here, be comfortable. I didn't want to be too much on the budget. Just have a nice time. Even though we're not traveling or whatnot, but if there was any needs, I wanted to buy food, go to a restaurant and stuff like that. I just didn't want to feel that, oh, can't afford this and stuff like that. I don't like that feeling. No one does. So I really worked very hard to make the money and stuff like that. Everything body was just super tense. Like you see now, I'm putting like plaster here, and there's another one at the back of my lower back. My whole body just cramped up. My darling left after 10 days. I took a day off to prepare for work and I just kept working. Then one morning after having dinner, waking up, I had started to have a headache and the headache didn't go away. It just was so painful. I felt pain at the lower back, from the lower back here. I've got a plaster on here. And then just shot straight up from the back all the way to here. It's all tense here, shoulders was tense here. And then it just went from the head to the top, right to the top here. The pains were really the worst at the top. It was like stabbing pain. And then it ran from here to the front. I did take paracetamol and ibuprofen to try and manage it. It did help a little bit. It went from it did go up to pain of 10 out of 10. When I took the ibuprofen, it did drop to maybe about 7, and I just kept working until I'm like, nah, I need to go for some treatment. My darling was very concerned that maybe I had some other health issues, but I'm like, no, I'm serious. It's just all to do with muscle tension, from work, from mental stress, and not even sleeping well, I was sleeping like 6 hours. So it was hard. So I went for a Chinese massage. I remember it was on a Friday. And that did drop the pain till from a 10, maybe to about a 7 the next day. I still couldn't bend down properly. When I bent down, I felt pain in my temples here or sometimes at the back. Then I went to see Spine First. It was run by Alex and Holly, friends of mine. Highly recommended. So Alex says, oh my God, my lower back is so tired that my muscles were just all holding up my back, just like all cramped up. And that's why the fascia lines, if you know what that is, so tired. Slept, keep sleeping. I did very minimal. So when the pain started, all I could do was just work, eat a little bit, and sleep and rest. And if I have to work, I just took medication to just manage the pain. So yeah, I struggle. I'm still struggling actually to get on top of it and to be honest with myself that I am burnt out. Back to Monday, where Alex said that my back was really tired, and he made another appointment on same week on the Friday to see him again. Yeah, the pain actually every day just dropped a little bit, like 10% every day. So when I saw him on Friday, he said it was the shoulders and everything was much better. He treated me, gave me some exercise to do, like pressing this acupoint. You see, when you press it, it hurts. This is to improve blood flow. I think it's an acupoint or a lymph node. I also, during the time when my head was so painful, I looked up an article on Google for, how acupoints to treat headaches and tension headaches and stress. They said here was one area, here on the shoulder, and then on the foot. I'll drop the link in the description below. So right now, my pain, as of now, it's still like a 0.5 from yesterday. It's like a little tingling, like little pins right all here. If I press here hard enough at the back of my head, it still hurts. So definitely have to get medical check and things like that. I guess burnout is real. I know creator burnout is real. I never thought that I'll get burnt out because I'm so passionate about what I do. But anyway, I'll put it out there. Thank you for watching. If you can identify what I just said, put some comments. If you have some suggestion on how to prevent burnout, it'd be good. For me, I haven't really taken much breaks at all, like go on holiday and stuff like that, because I was just trying to fight for survival. I invested a lot in orchids to do breeding and to grow stock, but that is the trade-off in orchid life. I love it. I love it so much that I guess it's going the other way. I want orchid to be my life. I hope with your support one day I can be a full-time orchid content creator here. That's the dream, with the orchid event space that I have planned, which is actually how it first started, the Orchid History Project. If you want to know more about the Orchid History Project, have a look at the description below. It's actually a Facebook page right now. I post up about old orchid, historical orchid, mainly focusing on Brisbane area and Singapore. That's the root of my passion for why I moved to Brisbane. So I guess I'm gonna sign up for now. Thank you everyone for watching. That's a Dendrobium musmi behind. Thank you everyone for watching. There's a lot of content coming, and thank you for your support.